Hi friends, now today we are going to learn about the testing phase in Sdlc. Uh, okay, we'll see what is the testing phase, which is very important phase as per the testers are concerned. Uh, Initial phase, analysis phase, design phase, coding phase is over. Now the fifth stage is testing phase. We'll go to testing phase, design phase, coding. Okay, testing phase. Uh, okay, what is the task in testing phase? Obviously, testing. Okay, then who are the roles involved in it? Test engineers. He may be a junior engineer, he may be a senior engineer, but test engineers are involved in that. And what are the input documents? Okay, customer requirement specification means business requirement specification or business requirement document. Okay, and then we are having a system requirement specification, that is what is the SRS. Then technical design document, which is the means high level design document and as well as the low level design document. And executable format of the code, that is the exe file from the developers. Okay, from where we'll get the technical design document? From the design phase, from the chief architect, who will give the SRS, system requirement specification. System analyst will do. And from the BA we will be getting the CRS or the BRS, okay, or BRD. Okay, everything is same. Okay, this is optional. Okay, in some companies they will give it, and some companies they will not give it. But SRS is compulsory, and the design documents are also required for our testing. Okay, it is not necessary; these are also optional, but SRS has to be there. Okay, if we don't have any design documents, if the design documents are not given, requirements and SRS has to be given. This means that uh, in if at all we are having any doubt in SRS, we can refer at least to the business requirement specification or CRS. Okay. Then the process here, we are going to means learn in point wise. Okay, anyhow we'll be learning the testing in testing life cycle, but we will see what is there in that. What are the activities that are going, that the tester has to do in a testing phase. So first one is studying the requirement documents. This means that whatever the documents we'll get uh, from the previous phases, those documents, first we have to study those documents. Okay, and we have to understand those documents, understand the requirements. Suppose requirement SRS is given and CM means business requirement document is given. Okay, those are why they have given that, to study those documents, to understand the requirements, and to get some picture how the application will look. Okay, how many modules should be there, how many sub modules will be there, and what are the things that we are going to that we have to test it. Okay, uh, what type of data we have to give as an input, and what type of data that the system should give back, that is what will be the system response. Okay, users actions and system response. Okay, what are everything there we have to, how we'll get to know the requirements? By studying these documents, by studying the business requirement document, by studying the SRS document, for this by studying the design documents. Okay, this is what is the first stage where we will study the documents, and not only studying, we have to understand those requirements. Okay, after understanding those requirements, suppose we got some doubts. Okay, some sort of there sort of ambiguity is there. Means in the SRS it is written something, and in BRS it is written something. Okay, we got some confusion, or you got some doubt, and what you have to write, you have to do as a test engineer. First, we have to write our doubts in a document called requirement clarification note. Okay, requirement clarification note. And suppose there are five test engineers and one test lead, or the test, and there's a test manager also. So five test test engineers will have some doubts. Okay, their modules, suppose five test engineers got one module each, so five modules. Okay, they will study their modules as well as the entire project. Okay, and but they will raise the, if at all they want any clarification only in their module, uh, they will raise it. Okay, sometimes what happens, they can rise if at all in project related, means enter for a project also, if they are having any doubt they can rise it. Okay, it is not compulsory that they have to rise only the issues, or the only the doubts, not, we should not say issues, they are the doubts confined to that module only. Suppose that some other related modules also there, if he is having any doubt, then he can raise it. Okay, means we will be getting five requirement clarification notes from the five test engineers. Okay, and those requirement clarification note, as a test engineer, he has to submit it to the test lead. Okay, so what the test lead will do is he will study all the doubts, and he will see, he will wipe out the common doubts, okay, which they have raised it, to eradicate the duplication. So he will jot down in a single document. Okay, then the single requirement clarification note will be prepared by the TL test lead. Okay, so he will make the consolidated requirement clarification note, and that requirement clarification note is sent to the respective author. Okay, see exactly, means suppose they got the business requirement specification, they got the SRS, they got the design documents, then they may get doubt in any document. Okay, so how the testing, or how the test lead will send to the respective author, because for those documents there are different authors. For say SRS, the system analyst will be there, and different people had made those documents. Okay, business BA will be BA had BA is the author for business requirement specification. So what happens is that the test lead, after making the consolidated clarification note, requirement clarification note, he will put that, he will send it to all the authors, or he can do one thing, he will be keeping that report in a common repository, so that those and he will be intimating to he will be sending a mail to the authors that, okay, the requirement clarification note is kept in so and so location, so you please verify that and give the clarification. Okay, so what happens, then the respective authors will see what are the doubts the test engineer has raised it, and they will give the corresponding clarification. Okay, if really something is wrong in the document, they will modify the document and resend the updated document to us. Okay, not only to us, no, for the development department also. Okay, uh, so after the all the requirements, means it happens, suppose they will do give some clarification, and again we will see whether our doubt is been clarified or not. Okay, if at all our doubt is not clarified, then again that report is been updated, requirement clarification note is been updated, and again it is been sent it to the respective author. So it goes for one or two iterations. After that, then also if our doubt is not been clarified, then they will arrange a meeting with the author, and they will the test lead will be arranging a meeting, and he will be making sure that all the doubts are being clarified. Okay, then after all the doubts are being clarified, then only we will write, as a test engineer, we will write the scenarios. Okay, first we'll write the scenarios. Okay, means what all things we have to test. So all things will be written as a scenarios. Okay, actually in many companies the senior persons will write the scenarios, and depending on the scenarios the test cases will be written. Okay, the the document where the scenarios are written is known as test scenario document, and the document in which the test cases are written is known as test case document. So first scenarios are made, then depending on the scenarios, test cases are made. For each and every scenario, at least one test case should be there. Okay, most of the time more than one will be there. Okay, then this is what it is. Then there is a definition for the test case document. What is a test? Sorry, what is a test case? A test case is an idea of the test engineer to test something of an application based on the requirements. Okay, the in other words, it is defined as the possibility with which the probability of finding the defect is more. Okay, this is what is way of testing means. Scenario is what all the things we have to test it that will be written, and in the test cases how we have to test it. Okay, suppose that in scenario some login page is there. In scenario it is written, okay, login page should be tested. Then in for that scenario the test cases will be, for valid data you have to test it, for invalid data you have to test it, okay, without entering you have to test it. So different ideas will be getting by means for each and every scenario they will be having different test cases. Okay, I think you understood this. Now going on further, after means after the test cases are mean, the test engineers will wait for the application to come from the development department. Then the development department will send, when the development department will send the application or the build, it is known as the build. Okay, that build, on that build the test cases will be executed. Okay, means why will execute in the test case? To check whether uh, it is giving the expected output or not. Okay, so here means execution, here actually the testing will be going on. So what is a build? Build is a executable format of the code. They will give the exe. Okay, that's what is the exe. On that exe, our test cases we will execute it. Normally, the execution of the test cases will be done by the junior test engineers, but it is not compulsory that only junior test engineers has to do. Okay, then identify and isolate the defects. Suppose we have executed our test case and we have not got any means our expected or actually is not means matching the expected, then it is a defect. Then that defect has to be written in a separate document known as the defect profile document. What is the document name? Defect profile document. Or it is also in some companies they will be known as, it is known as a defect report also. Okay, the name changes. Okay, it doesn't matter, but the thing is that after executing the test case, if any test case fails, then that test case should be isolated, means that test case should be means written isolated from means we have to raise a defect in the defect profile document, means separately. Okay, this means that we should not take that test case out, and means that test case will be there, but for that test case one defect has to be raised. Okay, we'll in further classes we will be seeing that means how the defects are being raised. Okay, then bug reporting, then the defects which are being documented in defect profile document has to be reported to the or given to the development department. Okay, what the development department will do, or sorry, development team will do, they will fix that defect and again they will release the new build. Okay, then again we will check whether the defects have been fixed or not. Okay, if it is fixed, okay, if it is not fixed, again we have to send it. That is what it will go in a cyclic way, a repetitive way. Okay, in iterations. Okay, then this is how it goes on. Then what are the responsibilities? Okay, we will be learning more about testing in SDLC phases, so software testing life cycle, so don't need to worry. So first we'll once recap the things. First, after getting the documents. So first, what the test engineer will do, the test engineer will read those documents and understand the requirements. Okay, if he got any doubt in the documents, he will he will document his doubt. He will write his doubt in the requirement clarification note. That requirement clarification note will be sent to the TL, test lead. The TL will prepare a consolidated requirement clarification note and send it to the respective authors. Then the respective authors will give the clarification for our doubt. If our doubts are being clarified, then we will start writing the test scenarios. Okay, and depending on the scenarios, test cases will be written. Okay, test scenarios are written in test scenario document. Test cases are written in test case document. Okay, and we will wait for the build to come. When the build means executable format. Uh, if it comes from the development team, then what we will do, we will execute all our test case on the application in order to test that application. Okay, then if at all we got any defects, then those defects has to be written in defect profile document or defect report. Okay, and that report should be sent it to development team. Then the developers will fix those defects and they will send the new build to us. Okay, then we will check whether the defects are fixed or not. Okay, that process will be continuing until all the defects are fixed. Okay, so here what are the responsibilities here? Studying all the requirements and the design level documents and preparing RCN, requirement clarification note, getting the idea and documenting. That's what it is here. Preparation of the test cases and the scenarios, then the executing the review test cases on the build. Okay, executing those test cases, writing the defects in defect profile document. It is not through in defect profile document or defect report. Okay, sending the defect profile document to development team for rectification. Okay, making sure that all the defects are fixed. Okay, that's what is the responsibilities. Okay, we'll be learning more about the testing phase in Sdlc. Okay, don't worry about it. Then what are the output documents? First is the requirement clarification note. Then here one thing is missing is test scenario document. You add it. Okay, test scenario document, then test case document, then defect profile document. Okay. Then there are other documents such as the defect report document. Okay, actually this defect report document is optional. Okay, because sometimes suppose the product is in the product is in testing phase, and the customer may interfere in between and they may ask about the status of testing. What is the status? How many defects you are getting it, and how long it will be going to take to fix that defects? He may ask the status. Then we have to prepare a status report. Who means test lead will prepare it. You don't need it to worry as a test engineer. Test lead will prepare a test report document and he will send it to the customer. Okay, so that customer will have some idea. Okay, whether how much the testing is being done, what is the current status of the testing. Okay. Mm, actually, why you will give the report means the customer should have that confidence that okay, something is going on, the work is going on. Okay, and the next test status report. This is also a status report, but here the status reports are given to the management people. Okay, it may be a project manager, it may be a insurance manager or or quality manager, whatever the manager is. If they want it, they will we have to send it. Okay, actually these reports are periodic reports which we have to send weekly or daily basis or monthly basis. We have to send it. Okay, so this also contains the graphical representation that how many defects came, how many severe defects, uh, how many high severity, how many medium severity, how many low severity defects, and is there any showstopper who came? Okay, are there any issues came? Okay, is there any delay in the work? Okay, the all things will be in a diagrammatic form, in a chart form, okay, in a pie charts or a line graph form, okay. So that the management can plan for the next activities if at all any time slippage is there, okay, or it is taking too long, they can plan for the next thing, how to cope up the time, okay. Mm, so to make the decisions, okay, it will be very easy. Okay, this type of reports will help the management to monitor the project. That's what it is. Okay, then we'll get the qualitative product at the end. Obviously, your testing is done properly. Okay, then the names of the output documents may change from company to company, but the purpose of the documents will remain the same. Okay, hope you understood what is the testing phase. Okay, this is what up to now we have done it. So initial phase where we got the output as the business design document or the business requirement specification. Then it is got an input as an input. It has been taken in the analysis phase. In the analysis phase, the output is the SRS. Okay, and this SRS is the input for the design phase, and the design phase the output is technical design document or high level design and low level design document. Okay, and which is as an input we are going to the coding phase. In coding phase, not only technical design document but SRS will be coming, and the customer requirement specification will also be coming. Okay, and from the coding to testing we will be get the exe file, and we will be getting the SRS, we will be getting the uh, BDD or the CRS or the business requirement specification BRS, okay, whatever the name it is, okay, which contains the customer's requirements. And after testing it, we will get the qualitative product as an output, which will be the input to the next phase. That is what is the deployment phase or the delivery phase. Hope you understood the testing phase. Okay, in the later stages we will be discussing more and more on testing. Okay, do not need to worry, because in SDLC it is not that much deep discussion, but means in a nutshell we have explained what is testing. Okay, hope you understood. Okay, thank you for now. Have a good day.